Welcome to Key Trends Spot, your daily dose of what's hot, what's viral, and what's next. From K-pop to culture, we spot the trends so you don't miss a beat. It started with a late-night knock on a Jungkook's door, the kind of knock that carried weight, unsaid emotions, and unspoken stories. Taehyung stood there wearing an oversized hoodie, 2 duffel bags slung over his shoulders, his hair messy, and his smile faint. He didn't explain, didn't offer any context. He just looked at Jungkook and asked, "You free?" Jungkook, still in sweatpants and blinking away sleep, simply nodded and stepped aside. There were no questions, because in their world, presence often spoke louder than answers. What began as a quick overnight stay casually stretched into something longer, something deeper. Jungkook cleared out space in the fridge, removing cans of energy drinks to make room for Taehyung's odd collection of snacks, grape juice, jars of kimchi, and no less than 12 types of face masks. "I need to detox my soul," Taehyung said with flair, holding a seaweed mask like it was a holy artifact. Jungkook rolled his eyes, but secretly smiled. Their first night together was quiet and oddly comforting. Netflix played in the background while they slurped ramen from mismatched bowls. The peace didn't last long, though, because Taehyung, in all his chaotic glory, decided to serenade Jungkook's dog with a slow guitar ballad he improvised on the spot. "She deserves art," he declared, strumming a wildly out-of-tune note. The dog got up and left the room in silent protest, and Jungkook nearly choked on his noodles, laughing. Jungkook started recording small moments on his private phone. Never for content, never for clout, just for memory. Clips of Taehyung frying eggs at 3 a.m. while wearing socks on his hands for hygiene, singing dramatic trot songs in the shower, or dozing off in the middle of telling a story, mid-sentence, lips still slightly parted. One morning over toast, Jungkook casually said, "You snore." Taehyung dropped his chopsticks, scandalized. "Excuse me, I sing in my sleep." "There's a difference," he said, flipping his hair like a diva. They laughed until their stomachs hurt. Somewhere between back-to-back movie marathons and deep, sleepy conversations at 2 a.m., Taehyung started peeling off the layers. He spoke softly about how tired he was, not just physically, but mentally. The weight of public expectation, the never-ending schedules, the need to always perform, smile, sparkle. It was suffocating. Jungkook listened, nodding, never interrupting. "Do you ever feel like you're playing a role?" Taehyung asked one night, eyes fixed on the ceiling. Jungkook lay beside him on the floor, arms folded under his head. "Every day," he replied, voice low, truthful. The silence that followed was heavy, but shared. They began making music together again, not for charts or streams, but for fun. One goofy song was born from an argument about who ate the last tangerine. Taehyung insisted it was Jungkook, then jokingly blamed the dog. The chorus ended up being, "Who stole my tangerine dream?" with Taehyung beatboxing and Jungkook laughing so hard he fell off his chair. Yet beneath the laughter, a deeper reason lingered. Taehyung wasn't just crashing at Jungkook's place. He was escaping. The house became a sanctuary, a hidden world where he could stop performing and just exist. The outside world demanded V, but inside that apartment, he got to be Kim Taehyung again. Jungkook never asked for explanations. Instead, he offered something rarer, unconditional space, a place to scream into pillows, to play video games in boxers, to cry at a documentary about abandoned puppies. Jungkook even let Taehyung steal the last slice of pizza without protest. That's how you know it was serious. There was only one slip, one moment where their bubble popped. Taehyung borrowed Jungkook's hoodie for a quick convenience store run and didn't realize it had Jungkook's custom embroidery. Fans noticed. Blurry pictures surfaced. Is Taekook living together? Trended within hours. Jungkook nearly deleted his entire Instagram. Memes were born overnight. BTS's domestic couple was the top comment on every post for a week. Taehyung leaned into the joke, dramatically fanning himself. Jungkook? He hid under his blanket and refused to speak to humanity for 2 days. The agency, of course, was not entertained. Calls came in, first from staff, then a manager. Taehyung stared at his phone and let it ring. "They can wait," he said, dipping chips into strawberry yogurt like a war crime. Jungkook gagged but didn't stop him. Meanwhile, inside the apartment, the world felt far away. They built pillow forts, revisited cartoons from their trainee days, and argued over whether cereal was a soup. Every moment felt like a rebellion against the polished, pressured lives they were expected to lead. One night, under the dim glow of fairy lights strung across the ceiling, Taehyung whispered, "This feels like before we debuted. Just us. No cameras. No expectations." Jungkook didn't respond with words. He reached over and held Taehyung's hand, quietly, simply, tightly. But reality doesn't wait forever. Members began noticing Taehyung's absence. Stylists whispered. One accidentally posted a photo showing Taehyung's hat resting on Jungkook's shelf and quickly deleted it. But the internet never forgets. Taehyung eventually returned to the public eye through a quiet Weverse live. His tone was calm, but his eyes betrayed the storm. "Sometimes," he said, "you just need someone who understands the version of you that isn't for sale." The chat exploded. The silence was shattered. The response was instant and explosive. Fans cried. Some cheered. Others accused him of manipulating emotions. But many just nodded in understanding because somewhere deep down, they recognized that kind of exhaustion. After that live, everything changed. Joint content stopped. Their onstage chemistry felt rehearsed. Behind-the-scenes clips were carefully edited. Even their seating arrangements during interviews seemed distant. The warmth was replaced with formality, and fans noticed. Then, out of nowhere, Jungkook posted a photo. 2 pairs of shoes by his front door, one pair clean and white, the other worn and familiar. There was no caption, no tags, just that image. The message was loud without a single word. Fans zoomed in. They knew those shoes. They read between pixels. Was this a quiet rebellion? A subtle declaration? A coded goodbye? No one knew for sure, but everyone felt the ache. Rumors started swirling again. A chat allegedly leaked. Agency staff discussing how the closeness between the two idols might interfere with branding. Words like image risk and market reaction floated around. Taehyung was reportedly furious. He snapped in a meeting, "I'm not a product." And for the first time in his career, he skipped a major shoot. Jungkook filled in, his expression unreadable. No official explanation was given, only silence. Eventually, things simmered. Months passed. Then one night, a fan spotted them, walking out of a bookstore together, laughing at something on Taehyung's phone. They wore masks and hats, but the ease between them was unmistakable. "They looked happy," she said. Maybe that's all it ever was. Not a scandal, not a cry for attention. Just 2 young men trying to survive in a world that demanded too much. Friends, brothers, something more, or maybe something simpler. Just Taehyung and Jungkook, being human in the only way they knew how, together.